A stranger searches for a service near them, and before they ever reach your website, Google shows a map, reviews, hours, photos, and a call button. On many phones, that panel fills most of the screen in under 2 seconds. If that tiny panel shapes the first decision, what exactly are you controlling, and what are you ignoring? For many local businesses, Google Business Profile is not a side asset. It is the first impression, the shortcut to trust, and sometimes the entire path to a phone call. In categories like plumbers, dentists, or locksmiths, that first glance often decides everything. You are often judged there before anyone reads a single line on your website. So here are the 2 questions that matter. First, what does Google Business Profile actually control in local search? Second, why do some complete profiles still struggle while weaker competitors keep showing up in the map pack above them? Those 2 questions explain why effort alone does not always produce visibility. Google Business Profile, often shortened to GBP, is the business listing system that feeds information into Google Search and Google Maps. It stores your name, category, location, service areas, hours, reviews, photos, updates, and several customer action buttons. In practice, it acts like a structured database entry, not just a profile page. Think of it as your business identity card inside Google, visible before deeper research even starts. You usually see GBP data in 3 places: the local map pack, the full Google Maps results, and the knowledge panel for a specific business name. Those surfaces capture high intent because the searcher is already close to choosing, often comparing only 3 to 5 options at once. A local searcher wants fast proof. That is why the profile compresses key decision signals into one glance. Hours answer availability, reviews answer trust, photos answer quality, and the call button answers convenience. It is essentially a mini decision engine built for impatient, comparison-driven customers. This is where many owners stall. They claim the listing, verify it, add a logo, and assume the job is finished. But a claimed profile only gives you access. Optimization is what turns that access into visibility and leads. Owning the dashboard is not the same as improving the outcome. Google has said local results depend mainly on relevance, distance, and prominence. Relevance means how well your listing matches the search. Distance means proximity. Prominence means how established and trusted your business appears across the web and inside Google. Those 3 factors interact, so strength in one area can support another. You cannot control distance for every search, but you can strengthen relevance and prominence. That is the practical game. Make your listing clearer, more complete, more consistent, and more trusted than the businesses that leave gaps. In other words, improve what is movable instead of obsessing over what is fixed. Your primary category is one of the strongest relevance signals in the entire profile. A roofing company choosing general contractor may accidentally weaken visibility for roofing searches. Google needs a precise label before it can trust the match. One wrong category choice can blur intent across dozens of searches each month. Categories tell Google what kind of business you are. Services tell Google what work you actually offer. Those are related, but not identical. A clear service list helps your profile match more specific searches without confusing your main identity. For example, drain cleaning and sewer repair clarify a plumbing profile. Your business description matters, but not in the magical way many people hope. It helps customers understand what you do, who you serve, and what makes you different. Think clarity first, not keyword stuffing or awkward repetition. A simple sentence usually beats a paragraph that sounds written for robots. If a real customer would not say it naturally, your profile probably should not say it either, especially when every word affects trust. Name, address, and phone consistency still matter because Google compares your profile with other references online. If your website says one thing, your directories say another, and your profile says a third, trust gets diluted instead of reinforced. Even small mismatches, like Suite 200 versus STE 200, can create noise. Photos do more than decorate the profile. They answer emotional questions fast. Is this place professional? Is the team real? Does the work look clean? Customers often decide with images before they ever compare 2 paragraphs of text. Real project photos usually outperform generic stock images because they reduce doubt. Reviews influence both ranking signals and customer action. The count matters, the average matters, the recency matters, and the language inside reviews can reinforce what services people associate with your business. Steady review growth usually beats random bursts. 10 fresh reviews over 2 months can look healthier than 10 in 1 week. A business with 120 recent, believable reviews usually looks safer than a business with 9 old reviews, even before price enters the picture. That trust gap changes click behavior long before a salesperson gets involved. Responding to reviews is not a vanity exercise. It shows activity, professionalism, and care. More importantly, it gives you another chance to mention services, neighborhoods, and outcomes in natural language that future customers and Google can both read. A thoughtful reply can turn a simple thank you into extra context. Google posts rarely act like a secret ranking lever by themselves. But they do signal activity, support offers, highlight events, and give searchers more reasons to click. Think of posts as trust and conversion support, not a shortcut. A seasonal offer or holiday hours update can still improve response. The Q&A section is one of the most underused parts of GBP. It lets you remove friction before a customer calls. Parking, warranties, financing, service radius, emergency hours, and booking details all belong there if customers keep asking. If one question repeats weekly, it deserves a clear public answer. Most searchers are not hunting for theory. They want quick certainty before they tap. Good Q&A content usually removes the same 4 frictions again and again. In most local categories, those practical concerns outweigh clever branding language. Now we can answer the first open question. What does GBP control? It controls your local search presentation, but it performs better when your website confirms the same story. Service pages, location cues, and contact details should echo the profile clearly. When both assets agree, Google gets fewer reasons to hesitate. That leads to the second question. Why do some complete profiles still lose? Because completeness alone is not authority. If competitors have stronger review momentum, better category choices, more trusted citations, stronger websites, and more branded searches, they can outrank you. A full profile is the baseline, not the automatic winner. Prominence is the hardest part because it extends beyond the profile itself. Google looks for signs that your business is known, mentioned, reviewed, linked, and searched for. In plain language, reputation travels farther than profile completion alone. That is why established brands often keep appearing even with imperfect profiles. The practical truth is simple. People compare nearby options in seconds, not hours, and the business that looks easiest to trust often wins before deeper research even begins. In many cases, the click happens before brand loyalty has any chance to matter. A major myth says your Google business profile replaces your website. It does not. The profile is the storefront sign and quick summary. The website is still where deeper proof, detailed services, location pages, and conversion-focused content do heavier work. One introduces you quickly, the other closes more complex decisions. If you travel to customers instead of receiving them at a storefront, the setup gets more delicate. Your service areas should reflect reality, your category should fit actual work, and your website should mention the locations you truly serve without exaggeration. Claiming 40 cities you barely touch can weaken credibility, not expand it. Here is the first practical takeaway. Complete every core field with accurate information: primary category, secondary categories, hours, phone, website, services, description, photos, and attributes. Incomplete profiles create friction for both Google and customers. Accuracy matters as much as completion, because wrong details can cost leads. Second, create a steady review system. Ask satisfied customers soon after the job, make the process easy, and reply to every review with a human voice. Consistency beats panic campaigns because Google and customers both notice patterns over time. A simple text link sent within 24 hours often works better than delay. Third, align your profile, website, and citations so they tell the same story. When categories, services, locations, and contact details reinforce each other, your marketing stops acting like separate pieces and starts acting like a trust system. That alignment makes every signal clearer, especially in competitive local markets. So the simplest summary is this. Google Business Profile does not win local search alone, but it does amplify the signals customers and Google need to trust your business quickly. It accelerates evaluation, which is often the real battle in local search. The opportunity is bigger than rankings alone. A strong profile can improve calls, direction requests, bookings, and quote requests from people who already intend to buy. That is why small profile improvements often produce outsized business impact. A better photo set or cleaner hours can lift conversions without extra ad spend. Keep growing local. Treat your profile like a living asset, not